Hey everyone, it's Ivan, kitpatch.com, out here for another gear review, and today got something pretty cool. This right here, which is the Jalapeno by Dillon Rifle Company. Broad strokes, what is it? It is a super high temp scabbard for your gun. So you get your gun screaming hot. After doing a bunch of suppressed shooting, it slides in there. This side is slit, so you can pull it deeper. And then right here, the strap comes over, and there's this like kind of magnetic buckle deal. Bam, like that. Now you can go ahead and throw this screaming hot gun still straight into a gun bag, your car, whatever it may be, and leave the range. So a little bit of backstory, how this thing come about. Well, Dillon Rifle Company is like sister company to Dillon Arrow, think miniguns, and they go out to test fire, like boom, 3,000 rounds in a couple minutes, rather than waiting like a half an hour for all those barrels to cool. They basically made a bigger version of this Jalapeno, throw the miniguns in. So they go ahead, shroud all those barrels in a giant Jalapeno, throw it back in the vehicles and drive back and not be stuck just wasting a bunch of time waiting for them to cool. So they brought that technology to a smaller scale for your rifle. Which brings me to how have I used it and how has it done for me? Well, I've used it a lot. Here's how things usually go down. Drop my boys off at school, go out to the range. I'm like, cool, I have all day. I'm gonna get some filming and shooting done. Go out there, and then I look at my watch. I'm like, oh, I have to pick up my boys in 15 minutes, and it's a 15-minute drive back to town. So I start throwing everything back in, shoving it all in my minivan, and then I'm like, yeah, this gun's screaming hot. So it either gets balanced precariously, hopefully not burning me or anything in the interior of my vehicle, or I just have to wait. Granted, when it's all snowy and cold, I'll just throw that thing straight in the snow, help it cool down. But this alleviates all of that. So being able to basically have a screaming hot gun, throw it in here, throw it into your case, straight in your vehicle, whatever, and drive away. The inside is of some sort of, basically it's this like woven carbon material. Pretty amazing. The ability for it to withstand heat. And yeah, it does an incredible job. To include, I think one of the times I was with my boys and we just finished shooting basically a bunch of stages at High Desert Brutality. And I'm like, all right, cool. I know you guys are hungry. I know you want to go play Pokemon Go. Let's do this. Shove the gun in the bag, load my boys up, and head on out. Like not having to wait around for guns to cool or melting things, because they will absolutely melt and it'll never come off your can. That's super valuable. So yeah, I've been really pleased with this. As far as kind of stats, dimensions, things like that, right here, the opening about 8 inches by roughly about 24 inches. And again, it's split on this one side for magwells, optics, whatever, depending on the type of gun you're shooting. Over on this side, there is a carry handle, if you want, out of this webbing. Over here, there's a couple of these kind of like D-rings. Knowing Dillon, it's probably for strapping this thing into like a helicopter or something like that. And then Velcro field, and then they have this buckle, which, I don't know, I'm still not a huge fan of it. It's kind of cool. It basically slides in, and there's a magnet there, so boop, done. And then you can cinch this down, so in transit or whatever, this won't slide off of your gun and start burning things. Well, the gun would burn things. Colors, this comes in, this being their gray, they also have a green, Jalapeno, and I think a black, and these things are made here in the US. And as I mentioned earlier, this felted carbon, which pretty wild, didn't even know it was a thing. Overall, pretty cool. Price-wise for the Jalapeno, looking at 65 bucks. Is that expensive? I don't know. Not if you value your time. Again, made here in the States, and if you're shooting suppressed, kind of invaluable. One, keeps you from destroying things, to include the inside of your vehicle, and yeah, massive time savings, which I've never had a range day where I'm just like, I guess I'm just done shooting, like, let's pack up and go. Usually it's like, oh man, like I have to leave, and I will push it to the last minute to pack everything up to go. And yeah, this keeps me from destroying things, melting the inside of my sweet minivan. But if you're interested, there'll be links down below. You can go check them out. And last but not least, if you appreciate my content and want to support it, greatly appreciate it, whether it's liking and sharing videos or going over to kitbadger.com, picking up stickers, patches, target pads, things like that, or supporting me directly through Patreon. All that stuff helps me go out, create more content for you. But as always, thanks for joining us at kitbadger.com. Look forward to seeing you next time.